श्वेत पद्मासना या ब्रह्माच्युतं शङ्करं प्रभृतिभिः देवैः सदा वन्दिता सा मां पातु सरस्वती भगवती
It is believed that Agni, the Sanskrit word for fire that connotes the fire god in Hindu mythology, it cleanses and purifies everything it touches, vanquishing all darkness and evil. We would like to take this opportunity to thank Honorable Founder President Dr. Ashok K. Chauhan, Honorable Chancellor of Amity University Dr. Atul Chauhan, and Honorable Vice Chancellor Professor Dr. Balvinder Shukla Ma'am, who motivated us and guided us throughout our journey. We also welcome esteemed faculty members and participants of Oxford Brookes University who joined to witness the adoring session of the culture diversity in India. We would like to welcome Professor Dr. Sanjeev Bansal, sir, Dean, Faculty of Management Studies and Director of Amity Business School. I would like to request Professor Dr. Anupama Rajesh, ma'am, the Head of International Election Cell and Professor at Amity Business School, to please introduce the esteemed speaker and director of Amity Business School. Ma'am.
It is my absolute pleasure and honor to introduce to the gathering Professor Dr. Sanjeev Bansal, the Dean of Faculty of Management Studies and Director, Amity Business School. Dr. Sanjeev Bansal is a Dean and Director of Amity Business School, Amity University, Uttar Pradesh. He is an admired academician with a PhD and D.Litt degree. Under his leadership, ABS has scaled heights and has been ranked in the top 10 business schools of India for 7 successful years. In an acclaimed career span of about 33 years in teaching, research and consultancy, he has been invited to be a part of several prestigious academic and professional bodies, and his advisory capacity has steered them to success. He is an avid researcher and has more than 225 research papers in prestigious journals to his credit. He has authored 50 books which have been exceptionally well received. He has successfully guided 28 research scholars to produce works of immense educational impact so far, and 8 scholars are working with him. He is on board of many national and international journals. He has been awarded the Lifetime Achievement Award by GBIT and SIBF. He has also won Dr. Sarvepalli Radhakrishnan Lifetime Achievement National Award and Rashtra Ratan National Award by IRDP. He is also awarded as the Best Outstanding Academic Leader National Award 2020 from KIAR and Excellence in Academics Award by ESN in 2021. Apart from areas of specialization in decision sciences, he also likes to explore and research the vistas of spirituality, management, and quality of work life. A team leader who leads by example, he is respected by his humble demeanor and visionary administrative skills. He has spearheaded numerous initiatives in the interest of his students who are very close to his heart. With the help of his exceptional people skills, he has created a network of corporate, alumni, students, and faculty members to work in synergy to take Amity Business School to unprecedented heights. During his distinguished career, he has had many accomplishments and is hailed as an institution builder, a love teacher, and an ardent researcher. I could go on and on, but I'd be stealing too much of Sir's time, so I request Sir to take over the proceedings, please, Sir. Over to you, Sir.
Thank you so very much, Dr. Anupama. In fact, I just always, whenever my profile is read, I always pray that I should be worthy of all the things which are being said about me. And my only introduction, Mr. Karen, Mr. Simon, is I am a teacher by choice. When I say teacher by choice, this is something which you will find amusing, but it's a fact that nowadays number of us are not in areas of our choice or fields of our choice, and teaching is again something which is really a field of choice for many. So, the permission of all, I'm just starting with a brief presentation on cultural diversity of India. I researched and searched whether cultural diversity should be a part of religious diversity or vice versa, and ultimately I found that this religious diversity should be also a part of cultural diversity only. So, especially for the people from UK, this is Namaste, a traditional Indian welcome, which we always say, Namah to go to you, Stute, that there be salutation to you, or I bow to you. So, Namaste signifies I honor the place in your where the universe resides. I honor the place in you of love, of light, of truth, of peace. I honor the place within you where if you are in that place of you and I am in that place of me, there is only one of us. I am neither an authority nor an expert in this subject, and this is basically something where, in fact, nobody can claim to be a master of. I'm just trying in my humble way. All these slides are gathered through secondary information, secondary sources, expressions are only mine, and I'm just going to take you to a small journey, especially for the students from UK and all the esteemed faculty members and members of university from UK, about rich and diversified culture of this beautiful country, Bharat, Hindustan, or India, as you say. Today is very auspicious day, as in the beginning you may have seen when Dr. Anupama was greeting to Karen, she said Happy Holi. We are all celebrating this festival of colors, festival of love, festival of harmony. There are stories that trace the origin of Holi and the inception of human attempts to paint the world more colorful. Maybe they are true, maybe they are not, but the essence of color compels us to ignore our logical minds in hopes of a dreamy world full of rainbows. The origins of Holi came from a mix of Hindu mythology, including the popular legend of Hiranyakashipu, a demon king who wanted to be immortal. He wanted everyone to worship him as God, but his own son Prahlad chose to worship deity Vishnu instead, which offended his father. Holika, Hiranyakashipu's sister, who was immune to fire, a pyre was lit and Holika sat on it, clutching Prahlad, but Prahlad emerged out of the fire unscathed, whereas Holika burned to ash. Hiranyakashipu too was eventually killed by Vishnu on the eve of Holi. Typically at or after sunset, the pyre is lit, signifying Holika Dahan. This is 5:40 in India, evening time, and after an hour, you will find out this event, pyre, where pyres are lighting many places for Holika Dahan. The ritual symbolizes the victory of good over evil. People sing and dance around the line. The next day to Holika Dahan, that is tomorrow, it is celebrated as Holi. It's also popularized the tale of Radha and Krishna. Deity Krishna, as a boy, would drench girls with water and color as a sport. Soon other boys in the village started participating and somehow it became a tradition. As Krishna grew, the game came to signify the colorful and eventful love story of Radha and Krishna. This tradition has transpired through ages to signify the festival of colors across the globe. Its origin solely in the Hindu mythology. It's also known as Dol Purnima and Vasanta Utsava. Holi itself is maneuvered into several colors, establishing its sense literally into our mind and soul through centuries. It's time to develop understanding and love for each other. I am showing you a small video clip of a famous Indian movie depicting a song on Holi. I just request everyone present here to just see this song carefully. Very significant things written here.
Sir, sound. Sir, if you could just, there's no sound. Yeah. So there's a shared sound on the extreme right hand. Top right. Yeah, it's coming now.
I do not know whether you could listen to the song, but I am sure you must have seen the song sequence. That was basically the objective, because in India everyone is familiar with this song, and I wanted to show this video for the purpose of showing how this Holi is celebrated in India. The scenes which you have just seen, these are the common scenes in all the mohallas, gullies and places of India. In every part of the every city, you will find out similar scenes. Now, friends, when I speak about this, one thing which I want all of you to note down, you may have seen people wearing different kind of attires in India. You can identify people with their attires also. And I am very sure you may have noticed that, like in this particular video, there were people from all the religions. There were people from different religions, but they were all celebrating this festival with the same energy. And this is what the objective of this showing this video was. The culture, as we say, is a way of life of people, including their attitudes, values, belief, art, sciences, modes of perception, habits of thought and activity. It's the characteristic and knowledge of a particular group of people encompassing language, religion, cuisine, social habits, music and art. It comprises religion, food, what we wear, how we wear, our language, marriage, music, marriage systems, music, what we believe is right or wrong, and so on. Our ethos, our ethical systems, how we behave with loved ones, and India is culturally very rich country. Human acquires culture through learning process of inculturation and socialization, which is shown by diversity of culture across societies. A cultural norm codifies acceptable conduct in society. It serves as a guideline for behavior, dress, language, demeanor in a situation. It serves as a template for expectation in a social group. Expecting only a monoculture in social group can be a risk, just as a single species can wither in the face of environmental change for lack of functional responses to the change. Indian culture is the heritage of social norms, ethical values, traditional customs, belief systems, political systems, artifacts, and technologies that originated in or are associated with the Indian subcontinent. The term also applied beyond India to countries and culture whose histories are strongly connected by India by immigration, colonization, or influence. India's culture, languages, religion, dance, music, architecture, food, and custom differ from place to place within the country. Indian culture, often labeled as a combination of several cultures, has been influenced by a history that is several millennia old. Beginning with Indus Valley civilization, many elements of Indian cultures have had a profound impact across the Indosphere. Areas of Indian linguistic and cultural influence in Southwest Asia, Greater India. Indian cultural sphere is an area composed of many countries and regions in South and Southeast Asia and the world. Indian origin religions, Hinduism, Jainism, Buddhism, and Sikhism all are based on the concept of righteousness, that is dharma, and principles of cause and effect, that is karma. The philosophy of non-violence, that is ahimsa, is an important aspect of native Indian faiths. Foreign origin religion, including Abrahamic religions such as Judaism, Christianity, Islam, are also present in India in big number, and as we all know, India is a secular country where we have population from every region of the world. Today, India has 28 states and 8 union territories with different culture, and it's the second most populated country in the world. India is one of the most religiously and ethnically diverse nations in the world. With some of the most deeply religious societies and cultures, religion plays a central and definitive role in the life of many of its people. This is the map of India with depicting these 28 states and UTs. India as a state is divided into 4 major geographical areas: the Great Himalayan Range, the Indo-Gangetic Plain, the desert region, the peninsular region of South. 3 major seasons: summer, April to June, July to September is monsoon, and October to March is winter. There are not many changes, climate changes, and there are some variations in these seasons, as we are now in the month of March and we are feeling this heat of summer, but this is the general depiction. India is our incredible India is 5,000-year-old civilization with 325 languages spoken. If you just see the number 325 is a big number, with most importantly 1,652 dialects, 22 official languages, 28 states, 8 UTs, 3.28 million square kilometers of area, and 7516 kilometers of coastline. This is India. Population of India as per the census of last census, that is almost now 10 years old, 2011 census, it was 1.3664 billion. India is a land of religion, culture, divinity and philosophy, with all major religions of the world are practiced in India. And when we say we are a secular country, we are a secular country. India is a home to large number of religions, the most popular being Hinduism, Islam, Christianity, Sikhism, Jainism, and Buddhism. Religion, as Peter Mandeville and Paul James said, a relatively bounded system of beliefs, symbols, and practices that addresses the nature of existence and which communion with others and otherness is lived, as if it both takes in spiritually transcends socially grounded ontologies of time, space, embodiment, and knowing. Religion may be defined with its 3 great characteristics: belief and religious practices, the religious feeling, that is faith, and unity in a community of those who share the same faith, the church. It is what differentiates religion from magic. The puzzle of life which leads to evolution of religion. We may be atheist, we may be believer, we may be a non-believer, but one thing is very sure: the puzzles of life are beyond religion. Everyone is facing, everyone is thinking, everyone evaluates, everyone introspects about these puzzles, irrespective of their religion, caste, and creed. Now, the common questions which comes in the mind of every human being is what control the seasonal cyclic of nature, the daily motion of the sun, the motion of the stars, the passing of the seasons, what controlled their environment, who controlled their environment, what or who caused floods, rains, dry spells, storms, etc. What controls fertility, what controls domesticated animals, crops, from where we come from, where we go, what system of morality is needed to best promote the stability of tribe. What happened when we cross over? What happens when we die? And some philosophy, as we say, life after life. Many of the foreigners, from Tom Moody to Brian West, they have worked in this field, but solutions are still far away. Evolution of religion. First organized religions appear to have been based on fertility. They were focused on the worship of the great earth goddess. Religion evolved to include the male gods who were gradually given increased importance by the priests. Today, most people follow either monotheistic religion in which a single god is worshipped, or a henotheistic religion which recognize a single main deity but which recognize other gods and goddesses, heroes, saints, facets of manifestation or aspects of supreme god. When I speak about God, I do not speak about any individual or any scene. It is more on Nirakar or unseen. Contemporary reflection, when David C. James, rector of St. John's Episcopal Church and wrote, many times when we think we are worshipping God, we are actually comforting our very fragile egos. I am not so naive as to assume that we build temples and erect altars to ourselves directly, but our core need to be in safe, secure and sound mandates that we construct reality systems that will support us. The facts about religion is an auto growth of brain architecture that evolved early in the human history. The two main schools of thought hold that either religion evolved due to natural selection and has selective advantage, or that religion is an evolutionary byproduct of other mental adaptations. Some scholars have suggested that religion is genetically hardwired into the human conditions. One controversial hypothesis. Just one second, sorry. The God gene hypothesis states that some variants of a specific gene. Setting the stage for human religion from theory of evolution, increased brain size, use of tools, development of language, morality and group living. The historical evolution of spirituality in India is traced by generating a list of spiritual gurus over the last 2500 years. Now, whatsoever I am mentioning here, this is all on the basis of secondary data, which I have written earlier also. I do not claim to be an authority of, but all these things are being taken from authenticated secondary data sources. A culture that has the longest duration of evolution of philosophy from 100 to 500 AD. 600 to 1000 AD, if we add the period of Buddha, Mahavira, Samkhya around 500 BC and the period of medieval Bhakti movement from 1100 to 1800 AD. Recognition of differences, inter-religion and intra-religious harmony, Vaishnava and Shaiv sects in Hinduism, based upon two deities, Lord Vishnu and Lord Shiva, Catholic, Protestant and Eastern churches in Christianity, Sunni, Shia and Ismaili sects in Islam, Mahayana, Vajrayana and Theravada in Buddhism, and similar kind of sects in other religions also. Nevertheless, in India, Hinduism is practiced in majority along with other religions like Buddhism, Jainism, Sikhism, Islam, Christianity, Zoroastrianism, and so on. And this is the reason why outside world considered India as an abode of religion and spiritualism. One thing I would like to clarify here for all my worthy listeners, that religion and spirituality are two very different aspects, and please do not try to, they may be interrelated, but they are not the same words. These are two very different terminologies. Religion is different, but when you speak about spirituality, it is a different word altogether. And when I speak about spirituality, this is actually more of actuality of spirit, and which speaks about you more depth, more deeply about spirit and its existence. The religions of the world, this is a data and forecasted data on the basis of that. As per the data, in 1970, the data was 1.23 percent of, Christians were there, then Muslims, unaffiliated, Buddhists, Hindus. This was the total data. In 2010, this is the data, and 2050, this is the forecasted data which we foresee. This entire database is on basis of World Religion database and Peer Research Center's Future of World Religion. And other religions include religious traditions not covered elsewhere in this report, and they have tried to take the most known religions otherwise. For example, Jews numbered about 13 millions in 1917, 14 in 2010, and expected to be about 16 millions in 2050. These are the religions of the world. You can just see the details where details of every known religion is mentioned here. The religions of the world in terms of percentage as per the total population of the world, the most popular religion is Christianity, including Catholic, Protestants, Eastern Orthodox, Pentecostal, Anglican, Monophysite, AICs, Latter-day Saints, and so on. The second most popular religion is Islam. The most followed religion is Islam, with Shias, Sunnis, etc. And the third number is non-religious, including many groups: agnostic, atheist, secular, humanist. So a good amount of people of the world are non-religious. I think it is a very big advantage for this group. Then 14% Hinduism, despite of being mainly followed in India, is at 4th position. India's religious percentage as per the census of 2011, where we have Hindus 80.5%, Muslims 13.5%, Christians 2.3%, Sikhs 1.9%, 1.2% Buddhists and Jains, and others 0.7%. The wheel of dharma, from right view to right thinking to right concentration, right mindfulness, right diligence, right livelihood, right action, right speech. Dharma is actually righteousness. This is path of righteousness. When I say the wheel of dharma is actually the wheel of path of righteousness. And when I speak about righteousness, then it is unstoppable energy of life, which consists of these parameters. Hinduism, friends, is a major religion of India with 80.5%. The Vedic culture originated in India 2000 years before Christ. The name India said be derived from Greek for Indus, which is derived from the old Persian word Hindu, from Sanskrit Sindhu, a river. Unlike most other religions, there is no reference of any single founder of Hinduism. No single scripture, no commonly agreed set of teachings. Eternal religion or Sanatan Dharma is the core of Hinduism. It has been proposed as an alternative native name for Hinduism. According to this, the Almighty, the Unseen, the Great Unseen Power creates the living creatures with body, organ of senses, consciousness and life, as well as the outside world, in the starting of the new aeon after dissolution of the world, with the feeling that the creatures who remained unsuccessful in getting released from rebirth during the previous aeons could get the items of enjoyment and consumption, and also released from rebirth in the world by use of 4 purusharthas, mainly goals. These are the purusharthas are the main goals of life, which is dharma, artha, kama, and moksha. These are the 4 achievements of life. Where dharma is righteousness, artha is about finances, kama is about desires, moksha is about nirvana, that is uh, freedom for this cycle of life and death. So dharma, we revolve around this cycle of dharma, kama and artha throughout the life, and when we get out of this cycle, we get moksha, we get salvation. Hindu scriptures, the Samhitas, are the most ancient part of the Vedas, consisting of 5 months of praise to God. The Brahmanas are rituals and prayers to guide the priest in their duties. The Arankas concern worship and meditation. The Upanishads consist of the mystical and philosophical teachings of Hinduism. Some of the known worldwide popular Hindu scriptures, the most known is Bhagavad Gita, or Song of the Lord, is part of the 6th book of the Mahabharata, the world's longest poem. The Ramayana, the same period, the Ramayana is one of the India's best known tales. Upanishads, text developed from the Vedic tradition but largely reshaped Hinduism by providing believers with philosophical knowledge. Some symbols which are commonly used in Hinduism, the swastika, Om, Shri Ganeshaya, Trishul, the trident. Some of the famous Indian pilgrimage, it will not be possible for me to include all the famous pilgrimage, but just for the information of all, there are, as per our older text, there are 68 main pilgrimages in India with respect to Hindu religion. This is a cave which I have just showed. This is in Kashmir, where this Shiva Linga is formed itself with the help of snow. I just spoke to you about this festival. This is the after scene of Holi. We have Deepavali. It's a festival of light. We have festival of color, festival of relationship between brothers and sisters, festival of praying for your husband, and festival for harvest. The second most popular religion in India and the world is Islam. As per the population, it's 13.4% in India, approximately 177 million people following the religion of Islam are in India. This is in India, the largest concentration of Muslims is found in Assam and West Bengal, and in Uttar Pradesh, Bihar, Maharashtra and Kerala. This religion also have different sects. We have Sunnis, we have Ahmadiyas, we have Shias, Dawoodi Bohras, and India is country for all. The most important festival of Islam in India and the world is Ramadan or Ramazan, Arabic root Ramida or Ramam. It means scorching heat or dryness. This is a festival where all the Muslim brothers and sisters of ours fast for 30 days, and they open their fast after seeing the moon. There are different Eids. This is also called Eidul Fitr. It means festive. It's a festival of breaking the fast and occurs when the new moon is sighted at the end of fasting month called Ramadan. This festival is celebrated with great energy and enthusiasm across the world. In New Delhi, the capital of India, we have the biggest mosque called Jama Masjid. The third big religion of India is Sikhism. Sikhism is India's 4th largest religion, has existed to over now it's more than 550 years, beginning with the birth of its founder Guru Nanak Dev in 1469. Sikhs are prominently located in Punjab, but Sikhs are found in all these states of India, and Sikh population is seen in number of countries of the world. The place of worship for Hindus is called Mandir, for Muslims it's called masjid. For Sikhs it's called gurdwara. These are all the temples of God. So temple, mosque, and gurdwara as we call it. Famous Golden Temple of India in Amritsar in Punjab. Sikhism is predominant area. These are the areas where Sikhism followers of Sikhism are found. Chandigarh, Delhi, Haryana, Jammu Kashmir, Madhya Pradesh, Punjab, Rajasthan, Uttar Pradesh, Uttarakhand, and so on. The philosophy of Sikhism is on the basis of founder Guru Nanak Dev, where he spoke about three main teachings: Kirat Karo, Naam Japo, and Van Chako, where he spoke about to work Kirat Karo, to spread, to share Van Chakna, and to pray Naam Japna. So on the three principles, this beautiful religion was originated, and now we have many followers. As per the last Guru of 10 Sikh Gurus, Guru Gobind Singh, he chose 5 marks, 5 Ks for Sikhism. Khalsa, that is uncut hair, Kes, Kirpan, Kangha, Kada, and Kachera. You are seeing the very beautiful pilgrimage of all of us in India, for Hindus, for Sikhs, for everyone. This is Golden Temple of Worship in Amritsar. The Christianity, the world's most popular religion. In India, we have significant population of Christians in Nagaland, Mizoram, Meghalaya, Manipur. These are all Tripura, Arunachal Pradesh. These are all the states of Northeast. Then we have Kerala, very big population of people following Christianity is there, Tamil Nadu and Goa. People following Christianity, they are having number of languages. They speak Malayalam, Tamil, Telugu, Konkani, Kannada, English, Hindi, and other Indian languages. Christianity, Latin Catholics, Saint Thomas Catholics, various denomination of Protestants, related ethnic group. The Saint Mother Teresa you are seeing in this picture. This is Basilica of Bom Jesus, the most famous churches in India. About child Jesus, the church is ancient, it's old, 300 years old, and it remains it holds the remains of Saint Francis Xavier in Goa. Jainism is India's 6th largest religion and is practiced throughout the whole country. 42 lakh people, Jains in 1.028 billion population of India. This is in older data, so this number must be changed now. Jains are majorly living in Rajasthan and northern India. However, the influence of Jainism is everywhere. Jainism speaks about Tirthankars. There are 24 Tirthankars as per the philosophy of Jainism. The major two sects are there in Jainism. Two sects are there, Digambaras and Shwetambaras. We, during the last 2 years, during this time of COVID, we are all speaking about immune system, enhancing immune. We are all speaking about how to get rid of this problem worldwide, how to take care of, and we are all taking care by using masks. But in Jainism, in one sect, this wearing mask is compulsory, not from these last 2 years, but from ages. This is the most famous Mahavirji temple of Rajasthan, which is being worshipped by Jains. The next religion, which is worldwide spread, worldwide popular, originated in India, Buddhism. In fact, as a matter of fact, in Indian philosophy also, we speak about 10 reincarnations of Lord Vishnu and otherwise, and the 10th and the 9th incarnation is taken as Lord Buddha. This religion is also taken from Hinduism, and it's a different religion now. It arose in around the ancient kingdom of Magadha, and that is Bihar, based on the teachings of Siddhartha Gautama, named Buddha. Buddha is awakened one, two branches, Mahasambhika and Sthaviradvida. Buddhist practice is most common in Himalayan regions, areas like Ladakh, Arunachal Pradesh, Sikkim, and it is spread in many places, many countries. Its adoption by many Indian intellectuals, the migration of Buddhist Tibetan exiles, and the mass conversion of hundreds of thousands of Hindu Dalits is a significance of importance of Buddhism in India. It's a very famous Mahabodhi temple in a place called Gaya in a state of India, Bihar. This is the place where it is said that Lord Buddha got awakening under a tree. Zoroastrianism is having a population of 69,000 in India. In Gujarat and Maharashtra, we find most of them. Indian language, but mostly Indian English is the language they follow. There are two communities which follow this religion, Parsis and Iranis. They are in good number in these two states, Gujarat and Maharashtra. Some of the known Parsis and Iranis we found in our Bollywood also, our Indian film industry. As said by Mark Twain, India is the cradle of human race, the birthplace of human speech, the mother of history, the grandmother of legend, and the great grandmother of tradition. Our most valuable and most instructive material in the history of men are treasured up in India only, and this was said by none other than Mark Twain. Very important thing. Number of people think that Albert Einstein was an atheist or he was a non-believer, but there are so many evidences where he spoke about religion and other things. And as per him, he said we owe a lot to the Indians who taught us how to count, without which no worthwhile scientific discovery could have been made. India is a country where religious binding practices are in abundance. Everything to everything, religious practices are followed. You are buying a mug or you are buying a bicycle. Praying is essential. A new train is launched. Even ammunition or our armed forces, it's all auspicious. It starts with a prayer. Home to cultures, multicultural society celebrates holidays and festivals of various religions. Home to large number of native dances and musics. Many states and regions have their own local festivals. There are three national holidays in India which are being celebrated by everyone. First is our Day of Independence, it is Independence Day, August 15. Then the day when our Constitution was released, Republic Day, 26th of January, and the day of our nation, father of the nation's birth, that is Mahatma Gandhi. This is called Gandhi Jayanti, October 2nd. All these three are national holidays in India. India is significant. India is home to significant move to project India's cultural unity around the world. Incredible dance forms. If you just see, through this slide, I have taken the various dances which are popular in various states, whether it's Bardo Cham, whether it's Singhi Cham, Bihu, Odissi, Kuchipudi, Bharatanatyam, Kathakali, Kolkari, Fugdi, Garba, Khumar, Thamal dance, Cholia dance, and very popular Bhangra. Folk music map of India. These are the various states and these are the various musical instruments and the kind of music which is being followed in various states. Food, another cultural aspect. This is the chart of food where it's slightly hazy, this picture. I will replace it with the other one when I will be sending this PPT for distribution, but it shows clearly the kind of taste, kind of different dishes which are being enjoyed by various people of various states of India. Festivals I have spoken about, but if you just see, it's blend of festival for every season, every legend, every myth, every region, and every religious place we are having festivals. Some are exclusive to certain communities, some are having national and secular character. But one more characteristic about India is like number of festivals are state bound, where every state people enjoy these festivals irrespective of their caste, creed, and religion. Indian festivals are influenced, celebrated according to the solar and lunar calendars, and their dates and months vary. So these are few famous festivals of India in totality as a country, a secular country, India. Deepavali, Holi, Guru Parv, Eid, Christmas, Baisakhi, Onam, Pongal, Bihu, Durga Puja, Ganesh Chaturthi, Easter, Lodi, Chhat, and so on. National festivals I spoke to you about. The cultural and religious diversity is it's only and only beneficial. Actually, the word diversity is basically a bigger word, so the bigger horizon. It dispels negative stereotype about one another. It helps to create a pool of talent. It promotes humanistic values, brings in innovative ideas. But as a nation, we have mastered the art of harnessing the best out of our religious diversity for the ultimate interest of the nation. As a country home to 1.36 billion citizens, we varied with varied religions, ethnic and cultural backgrounds. We managed to build robust systems and we enjoy. Some institutions teach us how to nurture religious and cultural diversity of India for the best of their advantage. An important lesson in modern day contemporary management. Standard rules of the game apply here and elsewhere in the world. With 1.36 million strong men and women from all walks of life, these guys, the armed forces of India, do it well and get it right all the time. And there is no battalion or there is no division on the basis of any caste, creed, religion. Every force defines Indian armed forces. Amity, this is the beautiful campus of Sector 125 Noida of Amity, and we also boast of 175,000 students from all across India and abroad in all our campuses. And we also do it well and get it right all the time. The origination of karma in our religious society, karma is cause and effect, as I spoke about, and its importance in modern day management. The famous Ratan Tata, he did it for us, and in letter and spirit, Tata is one of the most renowned corporate group of India, especially in ethical values. So he did it for you in more ways than one. Ferrari. The origin of Vedic astrology is in India. Contrary to popular belief, this is science in itself, purely based on scientific assessments, with the position of the sun and the stars determining the best time to do a specific job. Carl Sagan also did a lot of work in that. Even the wait for the right time. Yoga. No English translation of yoga in any of the dictionaries. A word, Indian word, with origin as old as 5000 BC, documented from 200 BC. Yoga Sutras of Patanjali speak about divine energy, it speaks about meditation, it speaks about awakening. Some of the great Indians the national teacher of India, Vinoba Bhave, the father of nation, Mohandas Karamchand Gandhi, inventor of zero, Aryabhatta, the great champion of humanitarianism, Swami Vivekananda, the great Indian mathematician, Ramanujan. Very famous tourist spot, but believe you me, I can share with you at least 100 more such beautiful tourist spots which are not in the gaze of the world, but they are as beautiful as this famous monument of love is, famously called Taj Mahal. Interesting facts about India. A floating post office, largest postal network in the world with over 1,55,015 post offices. A single post office on an average serves a population of 7,175 people, and there are floating post offices in our state, Srinagar, in Dal Lake. A great gathering, a great mela, a great festival, Kumbh. After every 12 years we celebrate. It has the largest gathering of humans with over 75 million pilgrims come to take bath in the river Ganges in UP, and the crowd, this gathering was visible from space. The ceiling of Bandra in Mumbai, our Bollywood city, has steel wires equal to Earth's circumference. Indian national kabaddi team has won all the World Cups. This is a national game of India also. The largest number of now getting vegan is getting popular and day by day, but largest number of vegetarians in the world they are in India. We are the largest producer of milk. These are some of the facts which I have tried to incorporate in this small presentation. If I would have been given a chance, there are a number of things which I can just discuss extempore about India. This is a cultural exchange program. This is a mutual exchange program where we have to, we are all here assembled to know about culture of each other. And I will be now requesting Dr. Anupama to take it forward. Any questions from any scholars, any students, any faculty members? Karen, anything from your side? I will be most happy to reply to.
Sir, it was a wonderful lecture. I'm sure we have learned a
Miss
lot.
Karen is saying something, so
Yeah.
let her.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, I thought that was amazing. Thank you so much for that so broad introduction to Indian culture in so many different levels. And I wish I would be going over there to see you and to see it all. I was wondering whether you could say something about the caste system, because that's something that is quite unusual and distinctive about India, although obviously we have our equivalent in our social-economic categories. But I thought that might be quite interesting for the students to hear a little bit about the caste system.
See, Karen, when we speak about the caste system, though divisions are in every religion, I have just showed you how from Buddhism to Jainism to Islam to Christianity, we all get divided. And one thing which I have learned in this life is differentiation is very easy, integration is always difficult. So when we speak about caste system, the actual caste systems, there is no reference in Indian Vedic system, in Indian references. But in the later literature, we found some references of 4 major castes in India. Those castes were originated on the basis of the karmic work which people used to do. For example, the warriors were being called Rajputs. The priests were being called Pandits or Brahmans. The people who were involved in business, they were being called Baniyas, Vaishyas, and people who were being involved in other activities were being called Shudras. With the passage of time, people started manipulating all these castes and creeds with, you can say, with self-ulterior motives, with personal benefits, personal gains. And now we are in a society where even if you speak about say brahmanas, the priests, you will find out 50, 100, maybe more other divisions where they may have differentiated themselves on the basis of their sages, on the basis of their origin, on the basis of their uh, cities. Likewise, I mean every caste has now many subdivisions. But if you ask me, actually, I can produce the references, I can quote from our ancient literature. There was no mention of any caste system. If you go to our epics like Ramayana, Mahabharata, uh, I mean, I will show you there was no mention of any particular religion as such, any caste as such, any creed as such. So all these things are basically man-made, and it is I feel it's actually in every religion. Karen, one more important thing which I have understood is that there is no word called religion. Religion is actually the wrong word. Actually, the word is division. The When we speak about dharma, many of us in India think that dharma is a Hindi translation of religion. It's not actually. It is actually it's a righteousness. When we speak about dharma, it's a path of righteousness, and path of righteousness is with every so-called division. So all these are basically divisions. I have just tried to make it simple because I thought there must be a number of students and they should not be getting bored with this phenomena. But I can have a separate session with you where I wanted to speak to you about scientifically, on the basis of scientific researches and on the basis of database researches, about reincarnation, the philosophy of cause and effect, the karmic theory, and the origin of Hinduism also. This is basically my area of interest, and I have done a lot of work. And believe you me, it is not only in Hinduism. Every religion I read Bible, I mean both testaments very in detail. I have read about. I mean, I can discuss with you, but like when you go into detail, you will find out everything is similar. There are a lot of similarities in everything, and people who want to divide, they are also in every country, every place, and their work is only to divide. But as a matter of fact, this is a fact that uh, everywhere situation is similar. I'm very sure someday, I mean, we will be discussing about cultural diversity or cultural aspects of UK. We will be discussing further. But I just wanted to keep it simple, so that is what I have. But we will be definitely discussing it further anytime.
Yes, I agree with 100% with what you're saying, actually, and I think that the whole notion of karma is so appropriate for education for sustainable development, that notion of cause and effect. And also I think that Indian religion and spirituality has been so influential in the UK and growing more and more influential in terms of actually helping us to overcome those differences, to rise above our egos and to harmonize and to learn to appreciate, value and respect each other. And I think that Indian culture, despite this amazingly, shockingly sort of diverse country, is a great example of how you can use spirituality to unify and harmonize and to respect each other. I agree with you 100%. And I'll be drawing on the notion of karma when we look at sustainable mindsets next week.
But Karen, I mean, it's a magnanimity of you use the word spirituality from India, but actually, no one is having a copyright of spirituality anywhere. When you go through the ancient literature from Aristotle to Plato to Socrates, I mean, even Jesus, I mean, everyone has spoken about spirituality only. It's only, the expression is different. Expression in every part of the world is different, but otherwise every philosopher, every prophet, every son of God, every messenger, they all have spoken the same language. It is only the interpretation, and it is actually everywhere. When we speak about spirituality, many of ignorant people relate it with religion, though it has nothing to do with religion. Spirituality is actually your actuality of spirit, where we just want to, where we are questioning ourselves, we are questioning our existence, we are speaking about why, what, and how. So the moment you start speaking about these things, it is beyond the boundaries of any nation, any religion actually. But definitely we will discuss next time. I mean, this is something which is, the more you get into, so more you get puzzled and more you get into dragged also. So I think there are some younger kids here, so we should be taking care of. They all must be feeling how all of them are trapped in this unwanted lecture. All right. What do you, Dr. Nugma?
Right, sir. Sir, I'm sure if all our audience has learned such a lot about Indian culture and diversity from you, and not only our English counterparts, but also we must have picked up, all our students must have learned a lot. So since we promised to stick to the time, I would extend, and I see so many, sir, there's so many clappings and all kinds of hearts falling over. And so with that, if Simon and Karen have anything to say, otherwise we'll wind the session.
Thank you so much.
All right. So thank you so much. We see you next Monday, which means the coming Monday, with this wonderful session. And some reading material and a YouTube link has been shared. And we promise to see and come to that lecture with a lot of questions. Thank you so much. See you and namaste.
And wish you all a very happy and safe Holi, all of you. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.